Listen up, mi gente, I got something to tell you. It's quite important. NIO stock is fake. Let me explain in today's video. Hola mi gente and welcome back to the channel. This is Sean from We Are Investing, a channel that is dedicated in investing and personal finance. I apologize for the clickbait, but when you invest in NIO stock, you're not actually investing in the company that makes and sells electric vehicles in China. I'm going to explain in this video. But before I dive into everything that's going on with NIO stock, just know that I do not think that this is going to drastically hurt the share price of NIO stock. And this is something that's been known for quite some time. And it's not as scary as it seems. However, if you are investing in this company, in this stock, this is something that you definitely need to know. And honestly, I don't think a lot of people actually understand what's going on. So I'm going to try my best to explain to you guys. So step number one, if you're not investing in the company that's making electric vehicles, what are you actually investing in? What do you actually hold shares of? Well, the answer to that is that you hold shares in a shell company in the Cayman Islands. Now that sounds sketchy right off the bat, but there are a lot of companies that do this. Pretty much all of the Chinese companies, the big ones, the tech companies like Alibaba, you are investing in a shell company in the Cayman Islands. And you can see this in the annual filing for NIO. As you can see here, the jurisdiction of incorporation or organization is Cayman Islands. So unfortunately, when you invest in NIO stock, you're not investing in the company that makes electric vehicles. You're actually holding shares of the shell company in the Cayman Islands. But you do get some of the profits. Now things go awry if shit hits the fan here, you don't have any access to the assets of the underlying company because you are not invested in them directly. And you also get no say. That's why shareholders have no votes. They have no voting rights when it comes to NIO stock because they're not invested in NIO. They're invested in NIO Incorporated, which is a shell company that was created in the Cayman Islands. Now this isn't to scare you because a lot of Chinese companies, including companies like Alibaba and Tencent, this situation also applies to them. And that's because within certain organizations, certain industries in China, you cannot have foreign investors. And a workaround that these Chinese companies do is they create these shell companies in the Cayman Islands, which they call VIEs. A VIE is a variable interest entity. And like I said before, it's a workaround. It's a way for these Chinese companies to seek public money from foreign investors. It's how they go public. It's how they create their IPOs. But what exactly is a variable interest entity? Well, a VIE for short, they are set up with a unique structure where investors do not have a direct ownership stake in the entity, but rather have special contracts, which specifies rules and a percentage of profits. Therefore, in a VIE, the investor does not participate in residual profits or losses that usually come with ownership. The contracts don't provide for voting rights either. Now, even though a lot of companies in China use this structure to go public, there are risks associated with them. And to be honest, over the last couple of weeks, these risks are starting to elevate and more people are starting to realize. And also what's happening right now in the Chinese government is starting to make people freak out a little bit because the risks, like I said, are increasing in these VIE structures. And it's not just me saying this. If you look at the annual filing for NIO, you can see that they list risk related to corporate structure. And they say that a change in the future, we could be subject to severe penalties or be forced to relinquish our interest in those operations. Also included in the annual filing, you'll see language like this, that NIO has been advised by our PRC legal counsel that there are substantial uncertainties regarding the interpretation and application of current and future PRC laws, regulations, and rules. And there can be no assurance that the PRC regulatory authorities will take a view that is consistent with the opinion of our investment in China. And our business may be significantly affected by the newly enacted foreign investment law. It is uncertain whether It is uncertain whether any new PRC laws or regulations relating to variable interest entity structures will be adopted, or if adopted, what they would provide. So yes, there are additional risks when investing in Chinese stocks, especially VIEs. Now, I think that a lot of people understood that there was an additional element of risk when investing in Chinese companies, but I don't think a lot of people actually understood what they were investing in or what a VIE is. And I think a lot of this is coming to surface because of the debacle that we had with the DDIPO. And it seems like the Chinese government might have an interest in impacting this VIE loophole, because it's taking control out of their hands, and the Chinese government does not like losing control. But there is a fine line of the Chinese government taking too much control and hurting their own economy or letting things be as they are. So I don't know what's going to happen with these Chinese companies that are listed as VIEs. I don't know what's going to happen, but there is an additional level of risk, and that's something that you need to be aware of. Now, this is something that is negative for NIO stock, but if you are bullish on NIO stock, there still might be reasons to be invested in this company. At the end of this video, the only thing that I want you to take away is that you are investing in a VIE, and I want you to be aware of that and not be shocked when you find that information elsewhere. Maybe if the stock starts tanking, then you see that information then and you panic sell. I do not want you to panic sell in NIO stock. I want you to be informed right now so that you know what's exactly going on. But with all that being said, that wraps it up for this video. You can join us. You can be part of this investing community of over 500 investors by joining the Patreon, which will give you access to a Discord server, a chat room where we talk stocks and cryptos every single day with over 500 investors. Also, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and smash that like button. I'll catch you on the flip side. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. And this is We Are Investing, and together we are invincible. Dale.